Hey everyone, it's Eliza Rose, the Business Mystic, and I'm just coming on here because I have like some unhappy news. So I was planning on coming on tonight and doing my birthday live stream, episode 9, and totally talking about like the 5 things, like basically the 5 things I would do differently if I was to start over my business. And there were some really good juicy tips. But my husband like came home for lunch and he just had this really weird energy about him, and I'm like, what is going on? And also today is my birthday. Yes, like I'm 1,001 years old. I know, being a millennia in like a year is like amazing. So basically he had just found out that, hey Avril, hey y'all, how are you? So he just found out that his best friend, like they grew up together, like, from wee little lads to like whatever, him and his son, who's 13 years old, they died, I think this morning or yesterday. I'm working on the details because he just found out that they passed away from a head-on car collision in the morning. I think it was this morning. His brother, the brother of his best friend called him at work because he didn't have a cell phone. It was this whole thing. And I'm just like, oh my God, Jesus, right? Like literally. And thank you for the happy birthday wishes. So I am not going to be, so he went back to work. So he's going to go talk to his boss and see if he could kind of leave early and all that stuff. Like baby Mystic is at early education today. It's Wednesday. She's learning about the dentist toothbrush song, whatever. So he wants to go pick her up, and he just kind of wants us to hang out tonight, and because we're actually going to be going away. We were planning on going away for the weekend for my birthday, like doing a little family trip. So I thought I would just come on here. I was thinking about canceling it, but, it's kind of like one of those weird things. I don't like to be that person who like doesn't like cancels things last minute. I hate it. It bothers me so much. And then, but it's like one of those weird things, right? Hey, Emily. Hey, everybody. Thank you for the birthdays. So, that's kind of like the gist of everything that's been going on. I may change the title of all this, and all that really good stuff. So that's kind of like what's been happening. Yeah. Usually we have the thing like I usually have at 6 p.m. and then I would go on for like an hour, but I kind of was like, I put cancel because I didn't know what I was going to say, but I see there's so many of you on here, and like, I feel like I want to, I want to like fulfill my promise. Right. So, I was totally thinking then I would just kind of like make this the impromptu live stream, here. I was just going to like do it here. Like he's not here, so I don't feel guilty because like, it's just me and y'all. So I figured this would just be a good time to go ahead and do it, right? Like, let's just go ahead and just do it. Then I could feel like when he comes back from work, I could be there and be his support, because I told my best friend, like literally I texted my best friend, and I told her, you always regret the things you don't say. So I'm going to tell you this, you are not allowed to die. If you die, I'm going to be super fucking pissed. And I just let her know, big, like little heart and big heart, that she can't die. And she's like, ditto. So, we understand each other. So tell your best friends, don't die, hug your loved ones and all that. Okay. So yeah, super crazy. Yeah. So my husband is, like I said, he's not here. So I could do this. We could do this. We could wrap. He's going to be gone for at least an hour. So I totally could do this. And then I could feel like it's off my brain, and I feel at peace with everything. Okay. So, and plus I see there's so many of you. So maybe I need to move my live stream times to like this time of the day. Right. Okay. So let's just do this. Let's just do this. Okay. Before I lose my nerve. Okay. Who wants to know what I would do differently if I was to start my business over right now? Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts if you totally want to know what I would do differently. Thank you for the birthday wishes. If you want to know what I would do differently, because I promise you, when I tell you the top 5 things I would do differently, it's really going to help you shift things around and not waste time. I feel like my birthday today and hearing this news, it just makes me feel like, let's not waste our fucking time, right? Like, let's just not do it. Let's just not waste our time. I got like 6 people watching me on Facebook. That's amazing. Okay, so thank you for the hearts. Okay, so grab a pen and pencil, unless if you're driving or doing something weird, and take some notes. Take some notes. Okay, so because I got plenty right here. Okay, so number 1, all my clients obsess over their tech stack and they worry about their website. If I was to start all over now, okay, with the knowledge that Eliza knows in her brain, thanks, Lindsay. It's the captain in the house. The number 1 thing I would do is not fucking worry about my website. Like I would have a 1-page website if I could. I would have 1 page that like at the very top would be like sign up for my email list or my freebie, you know, buy my thing here. Here's a little section about me, how cool I am. Follow me on social media, sign up for my email list or buy my thing. And then the footer, you know, privacy, you know, all GPD, or, you know, all the good stuff, depending on where you are in the world, right? I would just do 1 page. I would have a sales page where people could buy my thing. If it was like a course or a freebie or a low content thing or service, I would just be like, here's my prices. I coach, I have 3-month coaching. I have 6-month coaching. It's this much, or I'm a copywriter, I'm a designer. My engagements include these things. You know, this is the deposit. My engagements start around this time. Click here to contact me, or click here to purchase. Like, I would waste 0 time freaking out over cookies and SEO. I would make it easy for people to find me, to sign up for my email list, buy my thing, and be done with it. I wouldn't mess around, because I've messed around plenty of times, you know, trying to get so perfect with my websites and stuff. It was totally, you know, I should have not have been messing with that. So if you're in iteration hell, or you're fighting with your website, or you're thinking all these things, just have a 1-page I would just have a 1-page website if I could, and a sales page, depending on where that would live, and call it a day. Like, here's where I am, sign up for my email list, buy my thing over here. And the third A, or, you know, the one thing I would do is I would really challenge myself to think about how I would really reframe how I thought about a blog, because people are like, oh, blog, I got a blog. Who reads blogs anymore? Well, I'll tell you what, I still get traffic on my blog, because I don't call it a blog. I call it my free resource center. You know, I would use it as my free resource center. Absolutely. Like, your blog post is your free stuff. Someone can't afford your $9 PDF that you put out. Well, you could refer them to your blog post. You could refer them to, you know, an article you wrote about it. That's what I would do. I would not just think of my blog as like the static thing, but like, that's my free resource center. I see people being like, I have a free resource library, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh my God, you have to build that out. You have to figure out the technology to deliver. Just be like, here's my blog post. If you want more super awesome, amazing things, sign up for my email list. I share more awesome, more in-depth free stuff there. And that's what I would do. So keep my website super simple, make it so easy for people to know how to buy from me, see my blog as a free resource, and then see my newsletter as like another free resource that's there, or your email list. The newsletter you put out is another free resource that you're giving out to folks. It's maybe a little bit more deeper. It has a little more stuff to it. And that's what I would just worry about in terms of tech. Like, honestly, like, you don't need all the fancy things. I remember people talking about, oh, I got it on Entreport and I spent like the $297, put it on my credit card. I'm like, oh my God, I would never, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't freak out about your tech. Don't make it hard. Make it so easy for you to get going. That's like the number 1 thing I would totally do. Okay. So the second thing that then that's it. Like, don't waste your time. Thank you, Lara, for the birthday wishes. I miss you too, girl. So that's the number thing with tech. Like, don't stress over software. Don't stress over your software stack. Okay. And then number 2, which we kind of talked about, like, last week's episode, is you need to call yourself out. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you. I don't know what it is, but my private clients just agonize, right? They just agonize over like what to call themselves, what their job title is. And here's the thing, if I was starting over right now, I would just call myself what I wanted to call myself and just let it rest. If I want to be boss witch sandwich, I would just do it. Like, just give yourself your title. Of course, you can't, there's a couple caveats. Like if someone has trademarked or they own the copyright of the title you're calling yourself, you don't want to infringe, and you want to make sure it's truthful. Don't call yourself an Oscar-winning, coach if if you haven't won an Oscar. Like that just kind of goes with common sense. But if you're like, I'm, something, if you're just like, I'm the coach for, for plant parents, I'm a plant parent coach. Call yourself whatever you want. Call yourself your job title. There's no one's going to give you the permission slip. And I had just agonized over that. Like, oh my gosh, can I really call myself a brand? I mean, who's going to know any different? Nobody is going to know any different. So you absolutely, positively just call yourself out. Give yourself the job title that you want. Start just saying, you know what? I really want to work with people who like the color red. Fine, put it out there. Just call. I would not have wasted my time waiting for permission. And then now when I do private coaching with clients, I kick them in the butt, like literally, like the Virgo rising me comes out with the whip, and it's like, would you please just call yourself the person that you are? Please just, can we, we're the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Like we totally have those moments. Call yourself out and give yourself the job title you want, like right from the get-go. Like who's going to really say, oh, you're not really a mindset manifesting coach? Like who's really going to say that to you? Number one, rude. Okay. Of course, again, the caveats are if something's trademarked, you don't want to infringe on somebody else's IP, intellectual property, and you have to be truthful. You can't call yourself an Oscar-winning, coach or something if you haven't won an Oscar, right? Like we're just using common sense there. So just be legit with that. But call yourself out. Give yourself the job title you want right from the get-go. Like give yourself that confidence right off the bat. Okay, let's make it work for you. That's absolutely what I want to do. I like that. So Lyra on Facebook says she's calling herself the naughty storyteller. Who wouldn't want that? I'm living for naughty storytelling all day long. So that's what I would do. Okay. So number 3, oh God, how many of you have been in this road? I would absolutely, if I'm starting over from scratch like today, but I still retain the knowledge I know, I would absolutely shift my thinking or the need to consume content so much. I wouldn't buy so many courses or roll in these big, huge, splashy programs that just have me have courses all day. Like, I wouldn't do that. No shame, not to disparage anyone who does that, but I'm just saying if I was starting out new, I wouldn't do that. Instead, I would really focus on becoming comfortable promoting myself, promoting my offers, and marketing myself. Hey, everybody. My name's Eliza. I'm the business mystic. So I gave myself my own title. I use the mystical arts to help people make money. I use the mystical arts to help my people find better clients, or more of them. Yay. Like I would just totally focus on getting comfortable promoting my services, promoting my paid things, and getting comfortable talking about my expertise. Marketing is teaching, marketing is connecting, and marketing is also sharing. I would get comfortable with marketing my business and comfortable promoting my paid goods. I would get super comfortable with that. I would learn how to do that instead of consuming content, going around and around and buying courses and software. I would totally have kicked all that shit out and just focus on who can help me get comfortable telling someone I have this coaching session and it's $97 for an hour, or I have this, I have this really cool YouTube show that I put on and it's amazing. So come follow me, come check my stuff out. Or, hey, have you heard that I have I would get comfortable promoting my shit and get comfortable talking about how I can help people. Okay. That's exactly what I would do. I don't waste my time, stressing out over I wouldn't stress out about trying to find software or courses that that really require me to come up with content to make those things work. Like signing up for supercharge your Pinterest, your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever, pick a platform. But what's going to supercharge all that? Content. Okay, so all of a sudden now you're just constantly in this hamster wheel of you're consuming content to learn how to create content, to put content out there, when really you need to be getting into yourself and building that confidence to come on and say, I've got something that you need. I got something that'll transform your life. Click the link above, DM me, sign up for my newsletter, go here to this page and buy from me. Buy my shit because it's amazing and it'll change your life. Like, right? But okay, so that's the thing I would do. I would absolutely 100% become comfortable with that. And then once you get comfortable, you gain experience, you kind of get a sense of it, then you become confident. And then it's like no big deal. You're just like, hey guys, I got this new offer. It's amazing. It's a bunch of graphics. It's like $5. Or I've got this amazing print. Check my new art prints I have on Etsy. Like, so easy. So easy. I'm really thinking about doing like a challenge where like a 5x5, like you guys could either like sell a $5 offer, but you have to offer it 5 times in a day or something like that. Or you have to offer a $500 or $5,000 offer and you have to promote it 5 times, like what's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I might do a challenge like that, but that's what I do. That's like my third thing because I like probably many of you, I hid behind busy lists and checklists. That's just why I kind of like feel like I know. You guys are like, how do you know? And I'm like, because I was there. Get comfortable promoting and marketing yourself. That's absolutely what I would do. And then the fourth thing, okay, y'all, is I would 1000% learn how to be consistent. I would build the consistency muscle because consistency is so boring. Consistency is like, it's the night. Oh gosh, I'm blanking out. It's like is it the Nine of Pentacles? No, it's the Nine of Wands. Is it the Wands? Y'all help me out here. I'm blanking out. I think it's the Knight of Wands. Yeah. The Knight of Wands, he's like a planner. He's the guy who's consistent. He shows up. He doesn't have STDs. When he says he'll be there, he's loyal. He doesn't have all the crazy excitement and drama and the buzzy energy, but he's stable, right? Like you can depend on him. And consistency is like that card. It's stable. You can depend on it, but it's not sexy. It's not splashy. It's not drama filled. I would really, if I had to start over again, I would really hone in that consistency muscle like nobody's business. Like make it a point to be like every single week, I am sitting down, I am batching my shit out, I'm coming on and doing my live streams, I'm whatever it is, okay? Like consistency is what's going to help you create consistent results, which ultimately feeds into consistent sales. So that's the one thing I do. I would really build that mindset of just like, this is the date on the calendar and I'm not budging off of it. Okay. That's like totally what I would do. It seems so simple. You're like, but how do everybody that you talk to who's like, I've hit 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bajillion figures in my business. And they always tell you it comes down to consistency. It's almost cliche at this point, but there's a truth to it. There's a grain of salt of something in the truth serum. And the truth is be consistent. If you're consistently on there and you're letting people know, they're not going to forget you. You're going to feel more confident and it flows really, really easily. So that's what I would do. I would recommend 1000% be consistency. I know I don't have a consistent bone too. My Libra moon and my Pisces sun just want to go play all day, all the time. And that Virgo rising is like, if you don't do this, you're going to hate yourself. You know how you eat like 5 tubs of ice cream? Well, that could have just been me. And then you're like, this was a mistake. That's kind of like what happens when you go off your game. And I was telling my husband when he came in for lunch and he told me the news about his best friend. And he just was in shock still because he literally just heard the news probably like an hour ago. And he didn't call me because I was in session with a client. And he was like, and he was just in shock. And I was like, okay, you're home. You need to do what you do when you come home. You need to eat lunch. You need to sit down, you eat lunch, you go check your email. You need to, have your little snacky snack. And you need to rely on that routine because it's what's ground you. It's what helps the world stop spinning when it is falling to pieces, right? Like that's always consistent. Every day he comes home for lunch around this time and that's just, his routine. And so even when things are going crazy, when you remember to eat like food, it helps stabilize this thing. So even in business, when you're like, what the fuck is happening? The world's falling apart. If you're just like, you know what? I'm going to make sure that I completed, that I consistently do this task or whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be marketing related. Then I'm going to be okay. Whether it's always making sure you're checking your inbox, maybe it's always answering your people, whatever it is. Consistency is really important. Okay. So just saying hi to everybody that's coming on here. Okay. Oops. And new world. Boop. Okay. You guys are like, Eliza, that consistency metaphor was just off the rails. I'm like, oh no, I was trying to tie it to life lessons. Okay. And then lastly, this is controversial. Woo! This one's going to be controversial. If I was to start all over again, I would focus on singularity versus multiplicity. Okay. I would not be about multi-passion. I wouldn't. This is no dog on anyone who riffs on that, who banks on that. But I'm just saying, if you were first starting out, you don't need to be known as every single thing possible under the sun, because that completely 1000% dilutes how people can hang their hat on you. I would focus on singularity, okay? And I would even focus on fixed point singularity. Liza, that sounds like a Star Trek thing. What the fuck is that? Okay, so basically what that is if I was first starting out, I would offer one thing. As I got my feet wet, getting comfortable, promoting and marketing myself, I would really hit the nail on the head that this was what I was about. So if I was starting over, I'd be like, hey y'all, Liza here, Business Mystic. I offer this reading. It's called the 13-month reading, and it's like over the next 13 months, I pull cards and give you all, we talk about this. I wouldn't offer anything else but that. I would let people know this is what's for sale. This is what I have, so that I would feel comfortable talking about it. So people would think, oh, ultimate or 13-month reading and the Business Mystic, like they just connect the two. And it's so much easier to sell and promote one thing that you want to be known for than 15,000 other different things, because you're feeling insecure because you're not sure where that next dollar is going to come from. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, we don't need the whole enchilada, the kitchen sink, or those bag of chips, okay? We just need one home-cooked meal from you that you have done really, really well, or you want to become very, very like comfortable doing with your eyes closed, like in the dark, okay? So that's basically like what it comes down to. So, just have singularity in the very beginning when you're starting to really build your confidence, because, when you see people, they're like, oh my God, they're like the whatever of the, what's like something like, like Michael Jordan. When you think of Michael Jordan, what's he all about? One thing, fucking basketball. You don't think about his restaurants. You don't think about his movie career. You don't think about his son's shoe store in Orlando. Like, you don't think about that. You think basketball. That's it. But he's got all these other things, but he had to bank on one thing, and that was being really good at basketball, and then it became all these other stuff, right? So if you're first starting out of the game and you're trying to make a name for yourself, you have to focus on fixed point singularity. This is what I'm known for. This is it. The end. Da-da. Okay? That's it. Point to the one thing so you can become number one. Does that make sense? I think I salvaged my analogies for today. So that's what I would do. Like, people are like, I need to be like Estee Lauder and the Power of Three. I need to offer 3 things like in a bundle, or you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it. You don't have to offer like 3 different levels of coaching or 3. You don't. You could be like, oh, hey, I totally want to get logos for me. I want you to be my graphic designer. What do you do? Okay, well, I specialize in simple, elegant, but organic looking logos. That's my aesthetic. And this is my package. I do logos. I do a logo, a brand refresh, a palette, other things that graphic designers do that they're magical. And this is my price point. 25% down as a deposit to begin engagement, and then 3 equal payments, blah 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 blah. Okay, but if someone's like, well, do you also do this? Then you can do a customized thing. You can do that on the back end. But when you're going forward out of the gate, fixed point singularity of what you do, what you're about, so you can become known for that one thing, and then you can expand your universe. One of my most favorite, love her, is Elena Margot. You probably would have seen her very beautiful products in very high-end boutiques all around the world. She has Lolita and like Tokyo. She does a lot of like lotions and perfumes and personal stuff, and she has like lotions and things. She has quite a few different brands. And she started off with one thing, and then it built into this whole line, this whole collection of different lines. But she still had to get known for one thing first, right? You look her up, Elena Margot. You're going to be like, oh my God, Eliza, I know. And then sign up for her email list, because her newsletters are gorgeous. I always get envious of it, but then I'm like, I'm not selling perfumed and candle goods that are like $56. So I shouldn't do that. Okay. So, oh my God, all my girls are here, all my peoples. I really think maybe I need to do my live streams during this time. But yeah, it's my birthday. Thank you, Tanita, for leading the charge. I appreciate it. Lots of craziness. Lots of craziness today. So I'm doing the live stream early. I'm gonna have to update the description on the Facebooks and the YouTubes. But that's what I would totally do. Okay. Oh, I guess if we want to do like number 6, we could do a 6th one. I would just get a very clear picture of a person I want to work with. Like, and again, I have a live stream video. I talk about like finding your perfect person, someone who pays you, someone who values what you bring to the table, and someone who respects you. Okay. Got to be like a glorious bastards. Can't do that. Got to make sure we don't like blow the cover here. But that's what I would do. Okay. I would totally 100%. Just have an idea of the person I wanted to work with. And if it's like, let's just say you're like, but Eliza, I want to work with like Oprah, Danielle Laporte, like pick a name at the time. Like when I came up through the ranks, it was probably between that 2010, like 2008, 2010, 2012, that 4-year period where people who were personal bloggers became personal brands and businesses. That's kind of like that word, that whole universe came from. Personal branding, like that's when that came through. So I'm totally dating myself, even though I'm 1,000 years old. That's how old I am today. I'm 1,001 years old today. So I would just have an idea of who I wanted to work with. Like, have a picture in your head, like I really think I would love to work with somebody who's like this, even if it's just, whoever, and then just, focus all your energy towards like really appealing to that person. Don't go for the outliers. Don't go for the exceptions to the rule. How many times have the exceptions to the rule bought from you? Okay. That's what I thought. So go for the middle of the lane. Go for, go where the traffic is. And, and focus everything on there. And I think that would make it so much easier for you to sell to the person that you're trying to attract. Okay. So does that make sense? Okay. So recap. Okay. Number 1, don't fool around with your technology and your website. Don't stress out about it. Like, keep it really simple. A 1-page, homepage that has your home page also bundled in there. Let people to get on your email list. Tell them right off the get-go how to buy from you. Have a sales page with your prices on there and be like, buy from me. Or, if it's a little bit of a custom experience, invite them to like get on to click your contact button, but give them a range. Be like, engagements begin at $2,500 for my coaching, or $2,500 for my graphic design, or whatever, like give people a price point so they can know if they're good or bad for you or not. Right. So I would do that. Don't forget about your tech stack. Number 2, call yourself out. Give yourself the job title you want from the get-go. Nobody's going to give you permission. This isn't a game where you got to go beat the boss at the end in order to go to the next level. This isn't it. Just like, who's going to give you permission to put that on your bio? You are. So give yourself permission off the get-go. Give yourself the job title you want. 3, don't get caught in the consuming content, creating content hamster wheel. Get comfortable promoting yourself, promoting your paid offers, and get comfortable marketing. Like, what that means is like letting people know you're here. Like, whether that's, being live or in-person events, or posting, whatever context you're in, because marketing, those platforms depend on where you're at. You want to get comfortable. More importantly, you want to get comfortable promoting your paid offers. Okay. Branding colors are super awesome. Having that visual consistency is super awesome, but nothing beats telling people you have something for sale, and nothing beats them actually buying it. I had a client who I adore. I love her. I love her so much. I like her first name. She's the same name as my best friend, and a fire sign, of course, Sag. And she was talking to me about how she was going back and forth with her payment system, her payment gateways of how people could pay her. And I'm like, you are losing money by putting that button up there. So finally she settled on Stripe, and guess what? She got like that. 2 people booked her services like that. Like, how many people? Don't mess around with this. Okay. Get comfortable promoting and selling your stuff. Okay. 4th, be consistent. Be consistent. pick one thing to be consistent at. I don't want you to pick 5,000. I want you to pick one thing to be consistent at. Whether it's, I will always send out my newsletter. I will always do a live stream. I will always like spend this morning and doing my repainting on my Pinterest. I'll always, whatever, I'll do my reels. What else is out there? What is the TikTok? Don't stop. Like just be consistent with that one thing. And it's gonna naturally spread to other things in your business and of course in your life, and then you're gonna get what you want. Number 5, focus on fixed point singularity. Fixed point. Get really good being known for that one thing. So this is what I do. This is the one thing I'm doing right now. This is the one offer that I'm promoting. This is what I'm going all out. Okay, make that point so you can become number 1 or known for that one thing. And it's gonna make it so much easier. And then you can expand and do all kinds of different stuff. And then I guess 6, know who you want to work with. And the 3 points is they have to be able to pay you, they have to be able to afford you, they have to respect what you do, and they have to appreciate the skills that you bring to the table in that offer. Okay? Super, super important. And if you have a branding question, technically pick 2 colors. Typography and 2 colors. And then if you're like, but Eliza, you're gonna make all the graphic designers and stuff go out of business if I use all this done for. No, you're not, because as your business matures, you are naturally going to progress to hiring someone to elevate your visuals. I am a Canva template hoe bag. I hoard them. Like they're going out of style. Like I am a chipmunk, just putting like nuts in my cheeks. That sounded okay. This is going to turn into a smut tag, and that's not what I want. But I will hoard a good Canva template like you won't believe. And Canva is like done for you. You can do everything in Canva. Well, guess what? I still paid somebody. I still paid someone. Okay, and it wasn't like $5. It was some change. It was some change. It was worth it to go in and refresh my brand, make everything look super awesome, and pull my Canva life together. I still paid this person, and Canva is a dump. So no. So people who try to scare you with stuff like that, don't listen to them. They're just being like dinosaurs, and we all know what happened to them. So don't be a dinosaur either. It's Let's Go Studio. That's who helped me with my Canva refresh. Maybe we should have a Canva confessional because I'm pretty bad with that. Okay. So with that said, let's see if there's any questions. Does anybody have any questions? Put hashtag questions. Rachel K, okay, my sister from another Mr., but not the Mr. that she had, because that would be kind of weird. She talked about a challenge, and it's called, I was thinking about doing the 5x5 challenge. So you have to sell something 5 times. It's a $5 item that you have to promote and sell 5. You have to pitch it 5 times during a day. Okay. $5. Or it's a $500 or $5,000 offer that you have to promote 5 times in a week. I think that's what it was. Like you just have to let people know, hey, I got this $500 thing, or you do it 5 times a day or something like that. I'm kind of forgetting the details I had with it, but I think I want to do a 5x5 challenge so that you guys can see, you folks could really see that it's not that hard to sell. It takes just as much effort to sell $5 as it is to sell 500 or 5,000. Okay, anybody have any questions? I got some new people on Instagram. Hey, fam. You're like, I think I should probably live stream during this time. It probably would make life easy. And I get really good lighting from this window. So super selfish reasons. And if you came a little bit later, the reason why the live stream had to be a little bit earlier today is because we got some kind of sad news. My husband's best friend passed away, and I just need to be here this evening for him. And it also is my birthday. So, hashtag Pisces life. How many times a day should you push one offer? Well, there's 2 types of offers in business. That's a technical question, Tanita, but I'm going to answer it because I love you and you're a Leo. You have 2 types of offers. An offer is something where you're asking for something in exchange for you giving something. So, for example, if you have a freebie, opt-in, something magical, and it's free, but you're asking for an email, that's an offer. Okay. If you have a service, a thingamabobber, and you're asking for money, that's an offer. Okay. So that's a finer point. I would definitely recommend people, if you have a current thing going on, go ahead and offer. I'll make an offer right now. Hey y'all, head up to my link in my profile and sign up for my email list. I send out a free weekly service where I give you like the tips and tricks for the week and astro forecast along with your business horoscopes. It's been known as being very eerily accurate and super awesome, and you will love it. So click the link in my profile, depending on where you are, and sign up. It's free. See, I just made an offer. So just, promote your free stuff and promote your paid stuff. Okay. Hey, y'all, you want to work with me like on a super high, ultra luxe level where you get everything? You get like super customized work. Okay. It's $20,000 a year to work with me in that capacity. You get candles. You have me in your back pocket, spiritual, magical support to make all your magic happen. What else was I having on there? Because I was redoing my sales page. Custom reports that are handwritten by me for you each month about what to do with your life. I mean, $20,000. Great. There. I just made a free offer and a $20,000 offer to y'all. If you are interested in that $20,000 offer, though, please let me know. That is a very elite offer, and you're very special, and you will get lots of perks. Okay. See? Easy. Like I can see the Instagram. So yeah, I just made a $20,000 offer. So I would just drop it in there, be like, hey, like I have this thing that's happening right now. I'm currently promoting my sleep when you can, or sleep better at night business offer. Check it out. Or I have my wealth insurance package. I currently have 3 spots available for that. If you're interested in having an accountant and a wealth activator in your back pocket to help you make lots of money and to also keep the IRS away, click the link above and check me out. Boom! I just promoted Tanita's offer. Did I break out in hives? Did I have to hide? No! Just tell people. We tell people about all kinds of stuff all the time. Okay? Like if I did not get into this business, okay, so back in the day, like in the early O's, Huntington Beach, California, had some interesting things. It was like the soft, like there was some the cam girl revolution was starting to happen. And I started writing copy. Like I didn't know that's what that was. And so I feel like had that life gone a different way, I think I would have had different topics for these type of live streams. That's so random. Anyways, we're moving on. So how often in a day? If you're doing a live stream, offer it in that time. If you're sending out a newsletter that day, offer it in that time. But if you're doing both, then you'd be 2. So I would say this. I would if you're in a promo period, you have to talk about if you're in a launch, which is a time sensitive, limited time when you're doing a particular promotion of a paid offer, you kind of hawk on that a little bit, right? Like I've seen someone probably promote at least, they're going like 3 times a day. Like they're doing there's a live element, there's a webinar, there's the email component, they're posting on their social media. They're letting people know they have something for sale because they are in a very time sensitive launch period. That's what it is. They're launching something. So I would say if you promote something once a day, that'd be great. If you're in that. But if you're just on a regular schedule, if you do it at least once every 7 days or once every 7 posts, I don't think that's bad. But don't be like, okay, Eliza, I'll do it once every 7 posts, but then you only post once a month. That's not how that's going to work. So once every 7 days, okay, or once every 7 posts, depending on your frequency. So does that help? I know, Eliza's being so mean. Let me see. Tanita, let me know if that answered your question on Instagram. Okay, Facebook fam, anybody have any questions? Okay, I need an astro or reading about what to have as my singular sensation. Just focus on the one thing. And here's the thing. Okay, so what about Eliza? Because I got a lot of fire signs. I have a lot of folks like that. They're like, but Eliza, what if I have 7 different businesses right now? What am I doing? If I was starting over, you don't have 7 different businesses. You have 7 different interests. Pick one that you don't mind talking about 24/7 and you would love to serve the industry in. Like you love the people to work with and you don't mind delivering that service if you're first starting out. If you're really just at the beginning, or you're trying to build your community, or trying to build your platform, and you're not quite established, you're kind of like emerging, or you're literally at the beginning, you don't have 7 businesses, you have 7 interests. Until you're making a profit, it's not viable. That's the bottom line. That's just math. That's just math. Okay. I'm so mean. Okay. Anybody have any other questions about that? I'm checking Facebook. Maybe I have to live stream during this day because the light looks really good. We got lots of peeps here. Okay. Oop. Okay, let's see. All. Okay. All right. So if you're all good and you feel like you've got all the tips, head, shoulders back, head up, tits out, or something. I think that's like what the saying is. Type in thank you and I'll end the live stream. But if you have questions, I'll wait like like 2 more minutes. Put hashtag, question, so I know that you're asking, hashtag question in your question, so I know. If not, I'm going to end the live stream because, that's what we do. Oh, and for the people who are asking questions about the diamond cohort, I am currently in Dragon and Palm cohort right now. Palm just actually started this week. And you know what? It's really interesting. My dragons needed a little more time. They were like, I need to percolate in this, marinate. And the Palms are like, I just did my homework. I'm done. Thank you. Like it was like day 2. And I'm like, is this the Palm group? They were so on it. But there is going to be diamonds. We are supposed to, I pushed it back. I'm going to update like my blog post sales page. Because I felt like because I changed the energy of the cohort, it's no longer the unicorns, it's the diamonds. I felt like I needed to give that space to put the APB out for diamonds to come in. And I'm going to do the bonuses again for the people who are interested in the diamonds. That's going to be the last intro beta group cohort. And then after that, cohort 4 is going to be the roses. They're real haughty. Roses are going to be very interesting, and that's going to be at the regular price, the full price, $1,000. So APB, that's just coming up. Yay! Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you. Yes, it is officially diamond. So I'm not doing it in March. It'll probably be more in April. Plus, we got that beautiful Aries energy going on, bringing that in, and that Taurus energy to do that cohort. Yeah, definitely the diamonds. Revenge of the Nerds, indeed. So if we were looking at, there's a 5th energy, but it has not been revealed yet. So this is how it is. If we're keeping it like medieval, like let's just pretend like we're in a medieval fantasy world, like the dragons would be like the defense, right? Like they'd be like the protectors of the realm and stuff like that. They'd be like the muscle and like the strategic material, like the military strategery. Like they would just know how to like handle business, right? Like they're like, oh, you're bothering us. I'm just going to breathe fire on you or something. Okay. And then the diamonds would be like, they would be like the wizards making all the super cool magical items and stuff. And like just making things like super cool and fab. Like they're the techs, in a way. The palms would be like the witches, advisor, sorcerers. Because they're like straight up magic. They're like, we're necromancers. We're bringing things back to life. And then the roses would be like the imperial royal family. Like they've got some strong leadership things. So if dragons and roses got together, they would probably rule the world. If roses and palms got together, they'd rule the underworld because they're just like so funny that way. If roses and diamonds got together, they would just be titans of an industry, right? Because they would have like the brains with the beauty too. So it's going to be really interesting, this universe. Yeah, the palms are so it. So I'm really excited. Everyone's doing really, really well, and they're really doing that. They're the cohorts are doing really great. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so I'm meandering, as one does. So it looks like there's no more questions. Thank you so much, everyone, for holding space and being very gracious with me. I don't like canceling things. It bothers me to like the n,000th degree. It just picks at me. So thank you for holding space. Thank you for the love. I will let you, like I said, I just found out about this. So you definitely just, love on your people. Don't waste time. And if you have any questions, you can put hashtag replay, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have if you're watching the replay. So, okay, with that, have a great day. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I will be going out of town. I definitely know I believe the memorial is going to be happening on Friday. So I for sure know I'm going to be out of pocket on Friday. And, tomorrow we were planning on doing a little family trip to go to the zoo because red pandas are like the shit, I got to see my red pandas on my birthday. So I'll let everyone know what's going on. And thank you again for everything. And I love you all. All right. Bye. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm like trying to do touch screen over here. Okay. And end. Oops.